All right. Good morning. Good morning. Okay, Google. Good morning.
Hi. It's 6:40 a.m. Right now in Hamilton, it's 1 degree and mostly cloudy. Today, it'll be cloudy, with a forecasted high of 3 and a low of -1. Here's a joke to start your morning. Here's one of my favorites to start your day. What do you call an empty jar of Cheese Whiz? Cheese Whiz. There's one entry today. At 8 a.m. you have calendar shear. Fun CKL versus plus tilde M6BQ bun by percent times. No tasks for today. Have a nice day. Here's the latest news. From CBC News at 6:22 a.m. today.
From CBC News, it's The World This Hour. I'm Joe Cummings. As of today, the federal government's move to abandon consumer carbon pricing goes into effect, and most Canadian drivers will soon see a drop in gas prices.
All those in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed? Motion carried.
Overnight, that's the BC legislature fast-tracking legislation to eliminate the province's carbon pricing policy. BC was actually the first jurisdiction in North America to introduce a broad-based consumer carbon tax back in 2008, but it has now dropped it to coincide with today's demise of the federal version. Quebec is now the only province that has a consumer pricing program. As for the other provinces and territories, analysts agree that gas prices should start dropping within a matter of 24 hours. Now to the federal election campaign and the Toronto area riding of Markham-Unionville. The riding's Liberal candidate, Paul Chang, under mounting controversy, has now announced he is dropping out of the race. Ashley Burke reports.
Just before midnight, embattled Liberal candidate Paul Chang posted online that he's dropping out of the race in Markham-Unionville. Chang wrote this election is important and he doesn't want there to be distractions. Chang's news came just hours after CBC News reported that RCMP was looking into if Chang broke the law. Chang apologized after news broke that he suggested people could hand Conservative candidate Joe Tay over to the Chinese consulate to cash in on a reward offered by police in Hong Kong. The Liberal government denounced arrest warrants like this last year as an attempt to intimidate critics abroad. Now the RCMP says it's looking into the matter. Carney said Monday Chang had a terrible lapse in judgment, but could stay in the race.
He's made his apology. He made it to the public. He made it to the individual concerned, made it directly to me.
Chang said online he served his community with integrity. Ashley Burke, CBC News, Ottawa.
Now to Conservative leader Pierre Poilievre. He is in Atlantic Canada, and last night in Fredericton, he showed no sign of moving away from his campaign's core message, which many of his supporters believe needs to be expanded to include more criticism of U.S. President Donald Trump. Tom Perry has more.
Canada first for a change! Pierre Poilievre has been packing them in. The Conservative leader promising tax cuts and speedy approval of pipelines and other energy projects, all while attacking Liberal leader Mark Carney.
Mark Carney will make it even worse.
Poilievre at one point compared Carney to Donald Trump, saying the U.S. president punishes Canada with tariffs while Carney's Liberals do it with a carbon tax.
We will make ourselves strong and self-reliant so that we can stand up to Donald Trump from a position of force and strength.
But while that to challenge Trump, Poilievre also echoed the U.S. president with a pledge to cut foreign aid and end so-called woke culture in Canada's military.
Let's bring it home!
Poilievre says he'll keep focusing on the issues that have taken him this far, even if some members of his own party worry Canadians are more focused on what's happening in the U.S. and what it means to them. Tom Perry, CBC News, Fredericton.
Hundreds of thousands of people across central and southern Ontario are still waiting for utility crews to restore power following 2 freezing rainstorms over the weekend. An outage map from the provincial utility Hydro One still shows more than 250,000 homes and businesses are in the dark. Crews have managed to restore nearly 600,000 others since the start of the storm on Friday night, but some people could still be offline for another matter of 2 or 3 days. The system moved east yesterday, and Hydro Quebec is reporting close to 3,000 homes and businesses in that province are still without power. And that is The World This Hour. Remember, you can listen to us wherever you get your podcasts. The World This Hour is updated every hour, 7 days a week. For CBC News, I'm Joe Cummings.
From CNBC Tech Check at 1:30 p.m. yesterday.
This Tech Check briefing is sponsored by Comcast Business, powering possibilities.
I'm Steve Kovac, and this is your CNBC Tech Check briefing. Amazon announced Monday a new version of its AI model called Nova that can control your web browser. This one's called Nova Act and will let developers build AI tools that can take action on behalf of the user, which the tech industry calls an AI agent. Amazon isn't the first company to release an AI agent that can use a web browser. Startups OpenAI and Anthropic showed off similar tools last year. Chinese tech giant Huawei reported full year 2024 earnings, showing a 22% jump in revenue as the company continues to eat into Apple's smartphone market share in China. At $118 billion US, it's Huawei's second biggest sales year, but profitability fell year over year as the company invests in chip technology for AI and other R&D projects. And finally, Elon Musk announced Friday his AI company xAI is acquiring his social network X. In a tweet, Musk said the deal values X at $33 billion, which is less than the $44 billion he paid to acquire the company back in 2022. He also said xAI is now valued at $80 billion. While there aren't many details on the mechanics of the merger, it's likely X investors were paid in xAI shares. Musk founded xAI less than 2 years ago and has raised billions of dollars so far. It makes a ChatGPT competitor called Grok that's a standalone app and integrated with the X app. That's all from CNBC headquarters. We'll see you back here tomorrow.
This Tech Check briefing is sponsored by Comcast Business. With leading networking and connectivity, advanced cybersecurity, and expert partnership, Comcast Business helps turn today's enterprises into engines of modern business. Powering the engine of modern business. Powering possibilities.
From DW News Brief at 4 a.m. today.
This is DW News, and these are our top stories. International teams continue to join search and rescue efforts in Myanmar and Thailand, where survivors are still being found after Friday's devastating earthquake. Myanmar's military regime says more than 2,000 people were killed there, with the death toll expected to rise. Aid agencies are calling on governments to help raise $100 million for the disaster relief operation. China says it is conducting a large-scale military exercise around Taiwan intended as a warning against the island seeking independence. Taiwan has condemned the drills and deployed its own navy in response. China claims Taiwan is part of its territory and regularly conducts exercises in the region. French far-right leader Marine Le Pen has denounced a court verdict that found her guilty of embezzling European Parliament funds. The ruling also bans her from seeking public office for 5 years, effectively ruling her out of running in the 2027 election. Le Pen insists she is innocent and has condemned the verdict as political. This is DW News coming to you from Berlin. You could find lots more on our website, that is dw.com.
All right. So, usually we gotta listen to the news in the morning to be, be informed, up to date about what is happening, what people is talking about. But if you just join the program, I want to say good morning. This is just 30 minutes, 30 seconds. I just wanted to speak about little things that is happening around. And right now, there's two things I want to look into. And on this April 1st day, April Fool, actually, I don't know what it's at, but we all know. But I want to talk about the CDC, the Congress of Democratic Change. I'm talking about them. And I wanted to talk about the party in this election that is coming up in Nimba County. You see, everybody know that Nimba County was one of the counties that CDC lose a lot of votes, and it caused them elections. And for that reason, they lose the election there. And now there's a by-election that is going on in Nimba County that I get to do with not just a senator, there's a senatorial by-election, which means that it covers the whole entire Nimba County. So CDC will have the chance to be able to know, to be able to understand, to be able to see what happened, why they did not get what they're supposed to get, or they will be able to understand which district, which area voted for them, how the partisan respond over there, and what can they do to be able to win election. So we expect CDC as a party, as an opposition party, not just a political party, but right now they are the leading opposition party. And they do not have a candidate. They are not putting up a candidate in a senatorial by-election in a county in which they lose. Do you think, just imagine, if CDC is not doing that, do you think CDC will be able to put a candidate in 2029 in that area or win election there again? No. Look, the trend that is going right now, the party as a whole, CDC, is not going along. Political wise, they're focusing on something different. Because if CDC were focusing on getting back into elections or getting back into seeing, they was going to put up a candidate, a very strong candidate. They're going to be involved into the election in Nimba County by all costs. You see, after the first time CDC came to power, that was when? That was in 2017. And immediately after 2017, 2018, you could see that there was a by-election somewhere around 2020 or right around 18. But you could see how the other opposition party, through Unity Party and few other parties, came together. They were going along with the political trends, which is everything that was happening around that thing. They were together, they were putting up candidate, they were challenging the government. But under this umbrella of the CDC, I see that they are not fighting with the trend. They are beyond one step. And if not say one step, they are way, way beyond. Because if I say way beyond, there are a lot of things I can list and things that they are not going along with the step and thing. At this time, CDCs will be having a leading candidate, understanding the election in Nimba County, pushing forward, because you have to know the entire vote. Because people say, you know, it came a time that certain county in Nimba County, they couldn't get the vote. They had to redo the election there. Everybody know that. On the NEC radar, maybe some of you forget. But we don't forget about those things and things, because we read about those things on our blog. We talk about anything, so we get reminded about them. So we know. So it came a time that they had to go and redo the election. So if you want to understand as a party, as an opposition thing, at this stage, you should have Kennedy in the race. You're supposed to be taking the election very serious. Very, very serious. When I say very, very serious, you're supposed to be taking that. So it's a national election. So you're supposed to be honest, you're supposed to get people in place and things. If any flaws and things that you complain about, or you think that happened, or you want to know anything, this is the time, this is the opportunity to be able to show it, to be able to see it, to be able to look like what the next election is going to be there under this Unity Party government. This is the first by-election. We're seeing Kennedy getting rejected. We don't understand why they are getting rejected. And CDC don't care because the candidate is not the candidate, or they don't see it that they're coming against anything. So for that reason, maybe they'll use it. But don't forget, if they can do it today to another candidate, they can do it to you. So you gotta watch for that. You gotta be very careful. So at this time, when you see people going to election, trying to get rid of things, you see a party telling people say they must go pay due. I was supposed to pay due today. Think about it. The people lost their job. The time the people were in power, the time the people had money, the time they were working, the time they were full every month, at least small thing will come. You set up a due payment. You set up a structure for people to pay due or do things that at this time you will need it. But the time people lose their job, people will go in the money, they're not really normal to them, and they're not seeing things the way it used to be before, and things like that. You know, the time is getting hard, time is getting rough, and things. On a few minutes joining that, my man tearing right now, my man relaxing right now, and things. I see my man every morning, yeah, they be bringing you work, carrying back, and things. The man relax. DJ Low man is a corner radio, all the men and then relax. So, what happened? But you're telling people that they go pay due. I will go put due, you're talking about due campaign, due to do. No. It's, if CDC, look, I will tell Liberian people then. And straight up, if Liberian people then, listen to me, if Liberian people then really want to see that country progress, there's a few things that they need to take in consideration. Especially if they're tired of paying higher taxes in that country. If they're tired of corrupt government officials. And if they are sick and tired of if they are sick and tired and they know that they cannot walk in the street at night, and the children are not getting the education that they deserve, then I want to tell you that you do not need, Liberian people, listen to me, you do not need a government appointed by the CDC or the Unity Party. No, you don't need people there. Just forget about it. Because right now, the thing that we're seeing right now, is not even happening. People that coming, they're pretending to be with them. You know, there's a whole institution that was set up. You have all that small keke show, people are working a thing. You tell them to pay due. The time the party move on you cover, like time you say, oh, let's pay due, let's do the 1 year, let's do some structure, let's do some other thing. No. No. CDC needs to build a party as an institution. That party needs to be, so you need to be a party, or you need to be a party of government in waiting. The kind of people that you put on your ticket tomorrow. There you right now. The election that is going on right now, campaign start to do. You don't have Kennedy. It's just there. Even if you could take off Kennedy and bring that Kennedy, recruit that Kennedy to your party, give them all the necessary support, and go there and go campaign and set up there. Look, Nimba is next to Morovia in terms of voting. We all know. It's a vote-rich place. And it was running by one group of people that were really running the thing. Most of the time, so MDR or a representative were coming from out of Nimba because the people had it locked down. We don't know what or CMC will lock it down. But if you look at the momentum right now, there's a favorite candidate into the race. Maybe that candidate CDC candidate too. But the favorite candidate into the whole race that are winning, that everybody looking at right now, is more favorable to win. And he's more favored by the government, by other people and things, and he's backed by that. It's Koga. And CDC is just relaxed. We don't see who the guy in the race, who the candidate is in the race. We don't hear nothing about the party there and thing. I know the party didn't get money to raise a candidate, or they get any support, they get any other thing that would look at the party to say, you know how to do it. Look, you guys supposed to be challenging. You guys supposed to be understanding all the nitty-gritty about the election right now, about the by-election right now in our place. Look, the people came together. After the election, when the CDC left together, what the people is the people or CPP. CPP was the next thing that was putting pressure on CPP. All type of candidates outside of CPP. Right now, all the candidates that are in the race, they get like independent candidate. They get one woman candidate in the race. A CDC could even put her behind the woman candidate and say, you know what, let's put you on, let's bring her to the party, let's do the thing. No. They mess up, my brother. Because if they are put on a candidate, they are going to understand what happened in Nimba. They will be able to strategize around that, play how they to do, you know, where the vote are, where they're supposed to do that. They're supposed to challenge a candidate in a way. It will make them to feel, it will bring them together as a party too. They will be able to boost the morality. People will see them, but right now, they get kind of quiet thing. By election in Lima County, if CDC doesn't understand anything about the by election in Lima County, the next election in Lima County, they will not be able to understand. This is the opportunity to learn. This is the opportunity to be able to understand what happened. But they choose not to put Kennedy on. It doesn't show them as an opposition. They're not fighting the threat in the party right now. I don't see any opposition party opposing the government, saying the government came in place. No, when CDC came in place, the people collaborate. They form a unit. Today, they don't like one of the beneficiaries for nothing. He's locked down, he playing thing on our thing. There are a lot of other candidates that went on the CPP during that time. They all came in lockdown. During the position on the CPP thing, they all kind of disturb the government position or support or even winning fight or anything. But in a race, the favorable candidate in our race in Lima County, I'll tell you the truth, going forward, Koga is favorable. I'll tell him about it. And Koga pushing a thing. I hear people making to do anything like that. Even the Koga guy is but Koga is the guy that to do anything. If I put all the candidates on the skills, and I want to weigh the candidate due to the potential and other things on the scale and see who can really to do for Lima County, the first guy on that list is called Fangalo. He's doing things in Lima County that I would prefer him to be the senator. Because just what he's doing, his idea and to do it. But I don't know what he campaign thing. You don't really see them on social media. I don't know what he's doing, what he's on the grind thing. But I really want to see him be the person that will come out and think. Mark Twain, back by Musa Benete, I don't really to do anything like that. You see, Musa Benete wanted to push a new candidate for a party and thing. The most desperate candidate in a race here that can knock anybody out to do anything, that the only woman that are running right now, he should recruit Ide Gongolo. And Ide Gongolo is one of the persons that is favorable to get the support of everybody from every political angle, because she was once of the CPP candidate. They have supported her before. The Unity Party was part of the CPP. They do all the other parties are part of the CPP. They supported her before, and she even supported the CDC in that same area to do it. So she wanted the party. You see, I know how they can do the picking thing and to do the thing. If he himself could jump in the race to run against Koga in the County, people looking at him. He could join the race to tag against Koga. Then they were going to be showing 2 open by election after 2 having to do it. So we're going to be one of the 4th. But if he wanted to run the race and thing, and he could run the race and to do Koga instead of using that way and the Mark Twain man to be able to do the work. Mark Twain could replace him later on in his own district. They could do something like that. Then he could be the one. But if he decide not to go at all, saying that he wasn't running, the most candidates should have been a party, the CMC should have been very strategic, saying they're going to be the new party establishing. You have to pull up a hot Kennedy that everybody be looking at, especially when Koga made that statement about the women, this, that, and things like that. And Ide Gongolo is the only woman that raised anything. She can win one more vote. But it was going to be very easy to sell her. And he backing her with every other party, it's going to be easy party. But right now, they just make it to do it because he got a mad guy like to do him. And they say he know the area he was running because they say Mac can wait on the thing too. Because Mac used to be the one with the MDR who cheering the thing, running stuff and thing, he to do the grind thing. Like he want like really do the pushing thing, so he cannot to do anything. And he was one time mentioned by the same thing Johnson about him running and to doing. Maybe this is a time. We don't know anything. But maybe this is the time too. So maybe we'll get it. Maybe that's one of the reasons most have been pushing and stuff and things like that too. And to doing. But at this time thing, it just say either in a position that they like. That with a big mug I can lie me, I knew that man long time from no more day. I know that ADD man. But when the people are selling him to 2020, some of my men on some of my men in America, yeah, especially SKTV, the way they were doing that guy, the way they were operating that guy, yeah, laugh. I said, hey, some men ain't no people, yeah, I had to do it. They were selling the men, like either Nana, either one of the hot Kennedy in our race. One of the men that could spot Coca before that they kick out something away, and it's not fair to him. That be fair with all that to do it. Young, public key. See what it's not fair to the man. Oh, I don't know what to do, but maybe he is saying you see smaller thing because people say you see smaller, you can show a thing. That's why you mean not to do it, making too much not on that level. Say like you want your money, there's that thing. We know what's happening, but. And he telling people not to camp or not to go vote, he wasting time. If he know he really receive money, if he know the people that kicking you and they cheating for that thing, he will join or Kennedy. No matter what, you put a difference in one side and support because somebody gonna be benefiting from him not running in that race in a Coca. You can go and Canada Coca. And right now, they put say Coca high, Coca get a force to do it. They're not voting on the issue what to do. They're looking at the people's behavior. That's what they're doing. There's a guy going around with in Liberian this morning. He's passing around because the election started, the campaign started today, asking the people that and what they're doing is that they're limiting the thing. They got talking about wow, say Fangalo. They got decided to run campaign for his base in Nima County. The project what he doing and just get cameras and things around that there. When LeBron try to see it, people come around here, they'll decide to say the guy is a guy. They may do almost 100 housing projects in that place. They may be a whole new city in our Nima County that will attract people from Arico in between us. I'm telling you. So people get playing. But they don't have to do it. And when if the man say that as a senator that you own that place, you get a lot of things to do. The project alone will do. But anyway, all men are ready. But the party as a whole CDC is very shame that they not put out any candidate. I'll tell you the truth. They didn't put a paid due and then not waste of time. CDC need to put out a whole institution. It needs to revamp the thing. It needs to be like a government in waiting. Right now, you call in there and say, okay, election will be your terror. They'll be looking around who to put there. They're not ready. All that thing need to be prepared. Every area you need to have, you need to have your representative ready for that era. Or if somebody already there, they already know what they're doing. But not putting your candidate in the market there, it just weaken the party, I'll tell the truth. It just weaken your position on that place. Just will learn a lot from the market election. It's your time to be able to expose the elections of the things that happen in the market there. Because a lot of people say that was a cheating that went on in thing. It's your time to be able to expose what will happen before 2029. So you should get into the race by all costs. So you need to party one another happy. And if you're not being talked about during the election period, going straight to a thing, anything happen, you can't pick a side. You can't do nothing, you can't do anything like that. The law is the law thing that is going on. Thing. We don't even see the forceful or the whole party or back in the thing that one making the thing pushing all type of way. Because people within your own party wasn't feeding your political person outside the people that left. If you're actually behaving like the way they see people to do it, people are going to be your partisan or people who want your ticket are going to be afraid. They're going to be afraid to be able to take action or do things that involve into right now. But all of you doing yourself. And now calling people and say they're going to go pay due, they're going to go stay now, they're going to go do this and that whole party. And then revamp. And then be prepared. You build a whole institution, what you're planning to do with that building in other places, all that thing you do. That place has to be used. Preparing the people then that yo get work to. Look, my love I tell you, if you tired, or let me say that if you tired of paying higher taxes in that country, and you are not safe to walk in the street in the night, and your children are not getting the education that they deserve, and moreover, you are sick and tired of corrupt government officials, they don't need a government appointed by the CDC or the United Party. No. You just need to forget about it. Because right now, the United Party, the CDC, all of them, same people that do what is supposed to do. My most favorite candidate in 2020 election, after I left from Liberian, I look at the whole country, I say the country need a law-abiding citizen. I left one president, we are, see what the people around president we are. If when we are smart, it's not you getting the power. Like whole entire people in putting government is will bring all of them go to the mansion. Then you find smart people, the professional Liberian to serve in the area. Then they mentor them. Around the kind of time after 2024, that time you'll be bringing in government. Because they finish learning, they finish mentoring from other people there. They don't manage small things around the mansion or other projects. Or it's small community there. If you want to make a man to do it, you want to make a man to be in position, try in one small district and town area and get all the necessary tools that you get and see how you perform. That's how I'm going to do that. That whole entire group. Somebody thought I'm going to be one not somebody thought will be special assistant that come again next to him. All of them are going to be in the mansion. The whole entire group that working in government, they're never going to go in that position that really there to be today. I want to put in a professional. I want to bring in the professional people in. They will be in mansion criticizing the people in there if we're not doing anything. Or they will be in mansion praising the people in work. But they will be there learning from the people. Mentorship. If they want to begin where you rent, if they want to begin who in rent room for yourself, before you take a whole city or whole city, Moria City for us. My win rent before they the first time that I'm going to tell you to do. What you expect to happen? I'm not left when I play when I'm ready. Professionals in the country, all the people in there, there are people in there that could do better. They are put in there. You see, position comes with contacts. It comes with experience. There are certain people that's not in certain position. You can see international community coming from all around. Friends, they be coming, bringing money, supplying resources. You can see people when they go to certain people to go work. The person was, or another person was there, but it's not somebody go to play. You can see. Like, you start seeing new building material, you start seeing new renovation, you start seeing things where you're not seeing certain things, you start seeing certain people bringing it. People come contact, people bring things. So you gotta bring the professionals. That's how our country develops. Develop country today, that's how they develop. They put away all the differences in terms of to do it in terms about politics and other things like that. They tell you, say, Gregory Coleman is the only police director that will do it. So when they see the move on, they must bring patches to Dubai, they must be wearing inside about patches to Dubai, so that I will be spinning around. That the only people there. No! Some of the only finance minister or when it's a Gafana, the only finance minister that they pay you to do it. And most of the guys came back, they picked their position. Oh, I want to be the person. I want to go there. Even if they're not bringing anything to the disco, they just brought the thing and do what they're going to do. The whole entire CDC, that whole group, that whole people, everybody that are working in position, that are acting in position, all this will be working in the mansion. One person we are to the party. This will be a skeleton crew of a government. a backup crew of a government where will be waiting. They'll be learning. They'll be mentoring. And anybody, the place where it's going to act, they'll be working directly with that person that operates, that professional person, and be learning before they get in any position. If that person try one thing, they will put it in place for them to go and they will come out to do it. But they'll be learning until they do. You see, everything that you do in the government, you do it in the party. You go and you get it ready for it before you come and do it. My early saying a lot of people that are prepared, that have contacts to go work overseas, that will bring money, that will to do investment thing. So we are ready to move then. Some of them, they were not working in government, say in the office and things, but they're working online. And you know that when we are came to power after 2 years, the whole world went online, digital. So they were still keeping the position, they were still keeping the contacts, they were still writing fundings, they were still doing one or two things. And when they go to bother the men in government thing, they tell them, I get one of my men thing passing, the men that there, they didn't know they to do it. But you know, you're part of smart thing and they go drive it in. I don't think. But we actually took a lot of bureaucracy from around businesses and things to get a lot of opportunity. But a lot of people see the whole global economy affected the government thing, and more affect the government thing. Had a lot of inexperienced people in there because you wanted to satisfy them with jobs and other things like that. They go, oh, what? The same when you do that, la subsidy workers and thing. But that will be people from your party and thing that will come. They have to be mental. They have to be ready for them to get into the white. How do you know that? But he did not take advantage of that at all. The president and the people around him, everybody wanted to say our minister, all the person, all the things. It's not about them. It's about the country. It's about you, your institution, and what your government do, and what your government bring, and what your government is doing. Let me give you some another example. You see the guy that was the DEA, that was fighting at the DEA and thing, like he be close mind, you know, guy. Saying that kind of started fighting and saying, as long as they took 3 months, they put a new CIC officer right there. They were fighting with arm and thing. The CIC officer run the place for over 3 months and thing, with no nurse, with no arms, with no other thing. What did he bring there? What did he do different and thing? It's the experience, the thing, the way people think. There's a lot of people, they bring special skills and special ability to the job and thing. And when people see certain people in the certain place and thing, they put things aside to be able to see how people working. Why people are making noise on a guy, how they call the place, where Eugene number was. Where the place name? Marita. Nito. Nobody making noise on Nito while he's doing anything. No. Because you go there, you're professional, you prepare for a place, you do what you're supposed to do that. Like how you looking at. But most of the guys that are going in everything, they're just making noise. Because they're not trained, they're not ready for the era. The same thing the past government did, or what other people did. Look, when my everyone leaving, she trained people for that country. She said most of the people in the school, I wanted the opportunity, most of them had to go to school to do. So when it came back, they were prepared to serve. They wanted to serve. But our people there, we don't look for people there that really want to serve. We look for money Italy. The day, so I will tell you, there are people in that country there, when they cross the heart, they pull that blood first before any other thing when it comes to work. Or when it comes to the work. They just want to see institution built. They want to see good things, services coming to the country, or making sure that we get the best. You won't tell me that country, as old as Liberia is, we don't have professional people outside, or that is waiting, or that is able to give the expertise to improve things in that country. Look at LU. Look at the amount of people that left LU. They all as LU is, the alumni, and look at the campus. Does people forget about the country that they're coming from? Or the behavior of the people in the country made the people say, you know what, they forget it. They will not do it. So that poor politics. If your government win, your party win, you win. But when it's time to govern, forget about that party level. Put the country first before the party. All I'm encouraged for in my world. I don't get done for who did, who died now. As long as the person dead, the person choose the person. But we're in the position to do things, do the right thing. Look, I can name a lot of Liberian, thousands of Liberian that I know personally. They're doing good thing in our country with regards to government thing and their own personal thing that they're serving, they're delivering, they're doing everything. But majority are the ones that come in power. I want to do things. They're not doing it. Everybody are eating. Everybody are doing the thing. They don't care about the people. They're not doing everything that they're not playing. The country not poor. They're very smart. We are unique people. I can tell anybody. You can't outside the world you see people to doing that brand. I think you know. No, we get different flags. Entertainment, I'll tell you the truth. Entertainment, our secret in our country. That what really unite us. The whole soccer, the whole other thing, it's all part of the entertainment. That's what really bring the country together. We just have to talk politics because politics develop in a way that people get mean. I can know my man today, what other grow together to do anything. As time you get into government, you get some political position, thing, your behavior, your attitude change. You feel a rap, you feel more than me. The island. Job. We can provide jobs for people in our country. The only thing is that because people play a lot of politics with people living like brother, they're not delivering what the law say that they're supposed to do. They not want to respect what the law say that they should be able to deliver. So people are not getting the fair share. Fair share. Everybody not getting the fair share. It's not play poor. See what happening today? Big Martin, look, go on Canadian stock market and see the company that B. Martin operates and selling going down the way and see how much it's worth. Just for one county. 1 mineral according to them that they're taking only 1 mineral. Now the other one they're not reporting. They drive it right in our backyard. The United States, 2024, the United States, they made gold a legal tender. So gold and money now. They honor our fee in our country. We get gold tend to money. All your politicians, everybody, the people that will let it matter. That's not getting the position other than going to mining company. I really hate money in that country. I against money totally. Money not doing nothing for the people. It just pressing, killing our villages, our family, other than that. And we're not benefiting. So we need to stop it. Why should we mine if we're not benefiting and we need feel? Let's cut the whole money down and go to certain things. The money company thing like that, let clearing go and we'll come back to concession. Maybe if the time when money really going on anything, then we'll invite them to come back and say they're mine. But we need to all find a different way. Look, I really hate money in that place. If you see the way the people complain, the people water, and the guys are going there, they don't care. All they want to go. When the people talk, they get $100, they get $50, they get something. And I think I get chicken change. They may come in to take, go that money. Right now, gold is money. It's illegal to America put it up in the Federal Reserve as money now. It will work, you know. To the President Bagana, Liberia. President Bagana, Liberia gets so many different minerals on there that we can live by. And each mineral can bring up millions of dollars if we want to dig there, if we want to sell it. But your representative there, that is trucking the mineral, they don't want to get the trucking company to transport the mineral. Some of your representatives there, they don't get a security company to protect the people that come in to suck your mineral. Your representative ain't getting that cut, the 1 or 2% from everything I've been selling on something. What are you getting? They put your dick on you. The day you're doing your erosion, your whole video drop in the hole. Then you get a different mass structure. or you not eat nothing. Oh, that's to do in the police for that to go different place. Women fighting war, so our forest, our mineral, everything be reserved. It's time for us to benefit from it. Every one of us will benefit from it. But you're there. You're choosing people there. You get expert in outside. You get weird or talent in outside. Go check. Look, just do your background. I know there's a group of people that is looking at Liberian. You know, I'm talking about world class Liberian. Liberian boys are there. Liberian boys here outside. They're ready to help. They're ready to do a lot of things. But you guys are playing politics in our country. You guys joking. Joking. Complete joke. That's what you guys are doing now. Until we get to bring in the professional and put politics aside, we'll still be playing final play. I will advise you, I say, man, just leave that, bro. All my men, I can tell you. So you get small opportunity, give it from that, bro. Give it. Put in there. Look at Ryan. Waiting in that, bro. Look at Ryan. Toshiano. What's up, bro? What's up, brother? My man, I know the weekend you're celebrating. My man, I be praying for you every day. I be praying for opportunity. I tell people every day, bro, lead our country. Yeah, small opportunity. But some more people can say, you know, I won't go, I get my children, so now you give it. Then you can't bring your children in there. Most countries right now, once they see or you see it giving potential, they'll help you wait for you to find a family and get it what. Yeah, children are other age and thing. That is find where you give it. Nothing there, bro. You're working for the money, you're there, you know, things happening, you get it right, you get it to do anything. But sometimes, you know, some of the position that we can see some of our men serving into. You know, if the black, you know, that very measure, and then you can want to leave on that, bro. Let's say your top bra in that, bro. Maybe you're serving someone in position, you're supervising, you're inspecting, you're doing certain things in that, bro. Then you go outside, you meet your counterpart that represents in a same capacity. When you see the men flex, you come out of that, bro. You can get vexed. You can get vexed. You can say, but what you are doing here? Like the question you can ask yourself. But I can see some men they can stay over there. They be working there. They be to doing it. That place, so now for government to pay. Remember, so now government to pay. So it take 2-3 months. So now the men will pay. But you stay working and be to doing it. You can feel the work impact. You see here when you work in the morning, when you work, they can get your result. They say, oh, in communication, these things, they give you a checklist because you got to meet certain criteria. You feel your impact is making certain things that, but all around there, you're not getting it, man. You're not feeling the momentum. Because everything's still the same. So now you see your supervisor and they say, hold everybody here on level. You look around you, nothing changed. I can draw the whole diagram of LeBron up already. I can tell you what happened on certain day, one thing I can tell you what happened in certain community where to do because hey, people are doing nothing changing. No big impact. Yet there, relaxing, doing what he's supposed to do, chilling. You know, get in the morning. If you're not swallowing food, everybody eating kobo in the morning. Regularly. Same market. Same attitude. You buy a generator gas. You put in the thing you're doing. You haven't seen 1 year straight 24-hour current. Can't bap. Can't blink. The environment we live in. Trust me. You lead out what I play. to do anything. You think what people can get in that country, they say want to travel, they want to leave. From the day I was born in Liberian, and I started here about America and Canada, my mission was to live in other countries and experience life there. And think about Liberian, and go back to Liberian and see where, and try to compare both of them, one balance the equation to see how you're looking there. But Liberian balance, they all up and then down, how you looking there. But we'll come out on the Zoom, show and tell. Until then, I get this up on the CDC that they're not sending, they're not putting anybody in the race to run. Then we can't let our male Liberian behavior. At least she apologized. But I think she must try that thing again, man. It not good. It don't represent her crime. It don't represent the kind of person. Because you even live out here or say anything, you gotta be thinking, who am I? If you slap him, the whole entire country is slapping the building. She don't know. Logically, like that. So you gotta be careful. And people use that to get to all your spot dinner because you already exposed yourself. Anyway, a young lady, she felt like illegal she ill, so that's why she took that advantage of that. But it's very disappointing that social media are just watching. All they do, they just take camera and put on it. They record. Even if somebody beating you or killing you, they don't do nothing. They want to record anything and I talk. They say, hey! Nobody want to intervene. Nobody want to prevent. Let me ask one question. There's a movie right now being shown in theater coming from London. What a 16 years old picking was bullied to school. Came from school, they're going shoot a person. And he says he's a good kid, but the way to do it, about cost all the kind of thing. If she feared that she was to do it, she said, I can't hit the guy. What happened to that lady? They just stabbed the lady. The lady had thing around going up there. The fire. Now they are going to be seen, right? Behave yourself, my friend. That's the thing and push people. But not to the same level. That's why you gotta think before you do things. That'll be a good internet citizen. That's what we need to be. Until then, I'll be back. The name is JD Tubawayo. For today, you can refer me to as J Putubo. Dada Amagashi. You finish something. AC Papu Data Swamin Parapura. JD Tubawayo there. Respect. Bye bye.